Hello, so I'm currently sat in a Volkswagen Crafter diesel van, and in today's video we're talking about electric cars. Big difference there, very big difference, pretty much opposites, diesel vans and electric cars. So today's video, just before we get started with it, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and that your notifications are on, otherwise you'll be subscribed and you'll be like, oh yay, I'm so happy I subscribed to Automotivania. It's the best channel in the world. That presenter and editor, what's his name, Scott, yeah, he's amazing. You're probably thinking that and you're thinking, oh, now I've subscribed, I get alerted every time he makes a new upload. Unless you press that bell icon, no. So yeah, let's get started with today's video, and I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get started. Hello, welcome back to another video, and today's video is the first ever Automotivania pros versus cons. And how it's going to work is I'm going to give you 5 pros, I'm then going to give you 5 cons, and you can decide whether you think the pros outweigh. I look like a ghost right now. I assure you I'm not some form of supernatural being. It's just the light coming through because I film all of my videos inside of vehicles. I'm saying vehicles, not cars, because this is not a car, this is a van. So yeah, I might look like a ghost. I'm not. I'm a human being. So yeah, I'm going to give you 5 pros, 5 cons. You decide whether that one outweighs the other. If you think pros outweighs the cons, you can say to yourself, oh, I think electric cars are really, really good. Or if the cons outweigh the pros, I think electric cars are really, really bad. You can think what you want. I'm going to give you the facts. You make up your mind. Let's get started. Okay, so at number... No, it's not numbers. I'm used to doing these top 5 videos. So the first pro, we're going to start off with the pros. The first one is the most obvious one, and it is how good it is for the environment. I really look like a ghost right now. And it is how good it is for the environment. I'm going to try and move out of the sun. No, that's not possible. So, because they don't have exhausts, they can't emit any of the harmful fumes like carbon dioxide. I nearly said monoxide. That would be really bad if that's what they emitted. I'm glad they don't. Carbon dioxide, all the other ones that come out of the exhaust that are bad for the environment don't come out. The only pollution that I can think of being made from electric cars is when they're manufactured. I'm probably wrong, there probably is other ones, but when they're being manufactured, unless they're produced net carbon neutral, I'm talking specifically about Volkswagen, because they like to tell us that. Yeah, basically they're very eco-friendly, and that is one of the main reasons that they're out there, and that is also one of the main reasons why in 2030 no more petrol or diesel cars are allowed to be produced new. You can still buy used ones, but not new. And then in 2035, hybrid cars as well. So from 2035, every single new car produced has to be fully electric. And that is one of the main reasons, because obviously we got loads of people saying, like David Attenborough and the what's her name, Greta thingy, telling us that we got climate change, which is not good, and it's CO2's fault. So plant trees, electric cars, that's going to make the world better, hopefully. And that is why, from that date, we can't have new petrol cars, which is a bit annoying, or diesel cars. The next one is speed. And specifically Tesla, they are crazy with theirs. In fact, the new Tesla Model S Plaid Plus does 0 to 60, I'm going to say it how Elon Musk has said it, in under 1.99 seconds. Why he doesn't just say in under 2 seconds, I don't know. It has to be in less than 1.99 seconds. So yeah, a lot of them are immensely quick. Not all, but lots of. And that's because they get a lot more boost from the get-go, which is that noise that you hear in the electric cars. I'm going to cue the sound effect now. sound effect over. Let's go. So yeah, they are very quick, a lot of them, especially Teslas. Next is the sound. Let's cue the sound again. See, when it's not making that sound, it is immensely, I think I've already said immensely, it is hugely quiet. So if you're using it for long distance cruising, just wait for this Sainsbury's van to go past. Too loud diesel engine. Make it electric. We're talking about electricity here. I'm in a diesel van right now as well. So yeah. So that's the sound that it makes, but when you're just doing long distance cruising, it's practically silent. All you can hear really is road noise and wind noise, which can be very relaxing. Next up is the price that they are to run, because obviously they don't take petrol, and petrol and diesel costs a lot. Yeah, that's all I really have to say for price to run. And then the next one is how easy they are to drive. So because they are really been produced newly, like most of them have been produced in the last 5 years. I know that they obviously started many years ago, but light steering mainly. But the thing I'm talking about the most is things like regenerative braking, which is where the car uses power that from the engine to slow the car down, so you can just basically do one pedal driving, just accelerator, you don't need your brake. So yeah, that is the end of the pros. Let's now move on to the cons. And the cons, I'm mentioning sound again. And for people who like the sound of big burbling V8s and 10s and 12s and whatever engines you like, let's cue that sound. I hope we have that sound effect. People who like that sound, they might not want a silence from an electric car. I definitely prefer the sounds of V8s and stuff. So yeah, people might find that sound a bit boring with the silence, and they might want... I know that I can't remember what ones, but you can play like sounds from V8s through the speakers. But that's artificial, and it probably doesn't work very well. The next con is that they are more to buy. Hopefully by this 2030 you can only really buy hybrids and electrics new. Hopefully that will have to force the prices to go down. But for example, at the minute, the new Mustang Mach-E can go up to like £60,000, which for an electric car, for a car in general, is a lot of money. Next up is a obvious con, and that is the range and how far they can go. Let's use the Mach-E as an example again. Mach-E? How do you say it? I'm not sure. We're going to call it Mach-E. The Mach-E has a real-world range-ish of about 220 to 230 miles. That's what I've heard. Obviously, I haven't experienced it myself because we do not have a Mustang Mach-E. And I do not get given cars from these manufacturers like a lot of other car testing channels do and stuff, because I do not have a license, because I am not old enough. So yeah, this Mustang Mach-E has that range, and rivals such as the Nissan Qashqai 1.5 diesel, I do not recommend that car, by the way. I'm just saying that is a very popular choice and rival for that car. That can get about 600 or more miles from a full tank of fuel, where, like I said, that can only get around 230-ish. The next con is that there are no manuals, because obviously they've only got one gear, or two in the cars like the Porsche Taycan. But there's no manual to change gear if you want your car to be a bit more involving to drive. So yeah, that can be a bit annoying if you are focused on fun in your driving instead of easiness. Easiness, that's not a word. Next up is many are over-designed. Like, you'll drive down the road and you'll sit and you'll be like, that is an electric car. Sometimes you don't want your car to just scream electric car, you might want it to just look normal. I'm talking mainly about the Honda E. I actually quite like the design of that car. The Mini Electric, although you can like turn some of the things that make it look electric, you can put them away as extras, but the standard one looks, in my opinion, it looks awful. The things on the wheels, what are they? They look worse than hubcaps. And you just got E written all over them. Nissan Leaf as well, again, over-designed. Prius, make it look normal. Yeah, they're just, why, it's an electric car, you don't need it to, that's how all of the cars are going to be soon. It's not like, oh, look at that, that's an electric car. It's more like, oh, look at that, that looks ridiculous, in my opinion anyway. You probably might like it, and a lot of people do. So yeah, that has been the first ever pros and cons video, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can now make up your mind. So let's just go through the pros and cons again very quickly, just so that you can remember them and make up your mind. So for pros, we have the environment, we have speed, we have the quiet sound, we have the price to run, and we have easy to drive. For cons, we have the sound that some people might find boring. We have that they're more to buy. We have the range. And the last two, sorry, I thought that was the last one, is that there are no manuals and many are over-designed. So yeah, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you are subscribed to Automotivania. Bell icon, all that good stuff that the YouTubers always tell you to do. Like, subscribe, all of it. Thank you. Goodbye.